Hey guys, and welcome back to the Need to Know BDO guide. I'm Phoenix, and today we are going to be covering Marni Stones, a topic suggested by a fellow adventurer, Felipe. If you have any questions or are confused about something in BDO, don't forget to leave that in the comments down below, and I'll make sure to include that in one of my future videos. As always, if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell to get notified when new videos go live. So as I was doing research on Marni Stones, I came across a really interesting backstory that I would love to share with you guys. If you don't want to hear it, feel free to skip forward as I do have timestamps linked in the video. Marni Stones were left behind by mysterious mad scientist Marni, who was studying monsters with the help of his assistant Wacky Toshi. Wacky Toshi was actually supposed to be Marni's 5th test subject, but when Marni discovered that he had exceptional talent, he took him on as his one and only aide. Now, with Marni gone, Wacky Toshi continues the science experiments and he needs you to help him collect samples. Like any other NPC, you can find Wacky Toshi by clicking on this magnifying glass and typing in Toshi. As you can see, these are all the places that Toshi can be located. If you are unsure where you are, you can go ahead and open your map, and then you can click right over here where it says territory resource information, and you see a bunch of colors. These colors signify different regions. So as you can see, I am here in the yellow region, so I'll hover over this emblem and I'll see that I'm in Serendia. I'll go ahead and go back to the general map, find out my closest town is Glish, go back to my magnifying glass and look for Serendia Glish. I'll go ahead and left click on that to start my auto path, and boom, there is my Marni, or my Wacky Toshi. Once you've made it to your nearest Wacky Toshi, you can go ahead and interact with him, click on Marni Stone, and you can find all of the Marni Stones that are available to you. There are two different types, there's the regular Marni Stones and there's the Elvia Marni Stones. The regular Marni Stones can only be purchased by a character that is level 57 or higher. Once you've purchased a Marni Stone, you go ahead and fill it up, and then you can return it back to Wacky Toshi for some EXP. The way EXP is calculated is based off of the base EXP of the monster. So if I was killing someone at Navarne Steppe, or a monster at Navarne Steppe that gave me 100 base EXP, I would be turning in a Marni Stone for 120 to 160% of that base EXP per enemy. Keep in mind that after level 62, the amount of EXP that you get from a Marni Stones is so bad it's not even worth buying. Instead, Marni Stones are very situational, and I'll go ahead and talk about those situations in a little bit. Now let's take a look at the difference between the regular Marni Stones and the Elvia Marni Stones. Elvia Marni Stones can only be purchased by a character that is level 61 or above, and is extremely important when grinding in Elvia servers. The reason that Elvia Marni Stones are so important is because instead of giving you EXP, they give you Elvia materials. If you would like me to make a video on Elvia materials and what they are used for, feel free to leave that in the comment section down below. Now, to help us understand why Marni Stones should not be used purely for EXP but instead are situational, let's take a look at YouTuber Duodesso, who spent months grinding in BDO and compiled an awesome Excel sheet for us to refer to. Before I head over to the Excel sheet, I would like to mention that I'll be leaving a link to this YouTube video in the description down below, where he actually goes over his entire Excel sheet, and you can obtain a copy for yourself, as I'm only going to be looking at a few things. This is the Excel sheet that Duodesso compiled for the BDO community. Before I get started, I'd like to mention that he is using an EXP base of 268% and an SP base of 184% on a character that is level 61 to 62. As you can see, over here at Miramuck, you have an average EXP gain of 1.5%, and the runner-up to that actually has a Marni Stone is Sakraya, which you can see that has a lower gain of EXP than Miramuck. So the reason I was saying that Marni Stones can be situational is in cases like SP grinding. So looking at this chart now, you can see that Polly's Forest is the #1 location to get SP. You get an average of 8 skill points per hour, and while you're there, might as well pick up yourself a Marni Stone to get an extra 0.7 EXP for the hour that you're there grinding. So here I am in Glish. If I go northeast, I can find Sakraya right over here, which is that location that used a Marni Stone. If I go southwest, I can find Polly's Forest right here, which is the ideal location for skill points. And north of Grana, you can find Miramuk Ruins, which is the best place for EXP. So that's it for my overview on Marni Stones. If you feel like I've missed anything, please feel free to mention it in the comments down below, and if you are interested in checking out some of my other videos, I'll have those linked up on the screen. Thanks for watching, guys!